Welcome to A Mason's Work, the podcast where we review Masonic symbols and illustrate how they can be used to solve problems in everyday life. With your host, Brian Mattox, a proud member of the Craftsman Online Media Network.
So as we move beyond the systemic understanding of this and what it looks like sort of practically, it's difficult to talk about, not because it's complicated, not because it's emotionally weighty, but because the conclusions that this line of inquiry creates are so obvious and so easy that you're almost like, well, duh, like, of course. For example, if it's not nearby, you have to go to extra effort to make it happen. So if you want something to happen, whatever that might be, put it near you. If you want to, for example, it's been a couple years now where I have started to keep little dental flossers right near my desk. I hated flossing. I never wanted to floss, not because I really didn't like flossing itself, but because it was a pain in the butt. Like, I got to go a special place and do it. I've got to get the floss out. It's painful because I didn't do it very often, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Like, there was tons of reasons why it sucked. When I stopped trying to fight it, like, I knew I should floss because it wasn't going to get any better any other way. I put flossers on my desk. So between meetings or a couple times a day, I will now just pick up a flosser and, pick a spot and go at it. And that has solved my flossing problem. I no longer have a flossing problem. I don't get cavities between my teeth anymore because I reduced the barriers to entry and put it nearby, which is an understanding of that principle of correspondence. The more effort required, the less likely it is to happen. That is a fundamental sort of emergent principle of this idea of correspondence, and there are hundreds of others. So when you go through your behavior set, I'll give you another sort of easy one, and you guys probably have heard of my real personal issues with Honey Nut Cheerios. I love them, and they love me back. I can tell you all about it, but it does not lead to a healthy lifestyle for me. So if I don't buy them, if I don't bring them into the house, I will have to do twice as much work or 3 times as much work or n times as much work, whatever that might be, to go get them. That becomes a real challenge to kind of deal with when it comes time to mitigate those desires. If I really want them, I will go get them. But chances are the strength of that impulse, the strength of that desire to go get those things does not transcend getting in the car, going to a place, buying them, returning home, and then devouring them all in one sitting, or however the case may be. So using this principle of correspondence, you can again see, for example, in the form of energy consumption, systems tend to the lowest possible form of energy to achieve the outcome is a principle of correspondence you're going to find over and over again. You can structure your life in such a way that leverages these easy and obvious principles to help you achieve your outcomes. For example, and just again, a third example here for this episode, if if you want to make money, deliver something that people want to pay for. There is, in any given sort of locality, some core businesses that sort of never seem to go out of fashion. There will always be a need for folks that prepare food. There will always be a need for folks that cut hair, blah, 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 blah. Whatever that might be, if you're looking to make money, do something that people always need, and it's going to be a lot easier for you to find jobs or find revenue. When we look at all of these kind of principles, and again, just minor reflections, sit around for a couple of minutes and think about it. you'll be able to find these opportunities. Again, not just revenue, not just dietary, not just hygiene. You'll be able to find all of these kind of things all over the place, these principles that you can leverage to help make your life a lot easier and make the outcomes you're driving towards a lot more likely.
The views represented in this podcast are those of the speaker alone and are not representative of any grand or subordinate lodge.
Hi, Brian here. I wanted to thank you so much for listening to this episode. If you have any suggestions or guidance for further episodes you'd like to see or hear, whatever the case may be, please don't hesitate to reach out to me at amasonswork.com, and we will try and incorporate your suggestions into a future recording. Thanks.
Freemasonry teaches us that the true work is within, a lifelong journey of reflection, discipline, and discovery. At A Mason's Work, we help Masons bring out their best selves through meaningful self-inquiry and symbolic practice. From personal reflection to lodge engagement, we offer tools that turn symbols into action. Visit us at amasonswork.com. The work is within. The time is now.